first on Guam. KUAM News headlines are presented by Calvo's Insurance, protecting Micronesia for 85 years. Matson and the Adahi Itano program. Apply at matson.com. Cars Plus, Guam's automotive leader in sustainability and electric vehicles. Learn more at carsplusguam.com. McDonald's of Guam, I'm loving it. And King's Restaurant, serving your local breakfast, lunch, and dinner favorites for over 45 years.
Ahead on KUAM News Primetime, a mother whose son was gunned down by police in 2020 waits hours to address the top brass of the police department during Wednesday's oversight hearing. Instead, her audience was only senators after the police chief left the building ahead of her testimony. Plus, a woman convicted in the murder of a former Humatic mayor could be eligible for parole sooner than expected. Joyner Sked is back in court today to hear when she will learn her fate once again.
Kimberlyn King-Hines enters the race for NMI delegate. I'm Tomas Malonio with a full story coming up.
Hafday and good evening. Welcome to KUAM News Primetime. I'm Nick Delgado.
And I'm Destiny Cruz. Happy Threads Thursday. Thank you so much for making us a part of your day. Well, this just as we come on the air, Speaker Therese Terlahi is calling senators into emergency session next Wednesday. Speaker Terlahi citing urgent matters including the ongoing load shedding problems and news just out of the Attorney General's office. A memo from her office notes the interruption of power and continued risk of load shedding that followed Typhoon Mawar still poses a threat to the welfare of the people of Guam.
Additionally, the Speaker calling the Attorney General's withdrawal from legal representation of government of Guam's departments and agencies in which the AG has active criminal and civil investigations has resulted in a threat of the welfare of the people of Guam. Terlahi certifying emergency conditions exist which justify an emergency session. It's set for Wednesday, March 6th at 9 a.m. The midweek oversight hearing with the Guam Police Department covered a litany of topics from complaints against officers to use of force.
After sitting through the 3.5-hour hearing, community members finally got a chance to speak out, but only to lawmakers after the police chief and his command staff left the building. Jonah Gonçalves has the story.
I don't trust them. I don't. I know a lot of them, they are good. They are good officers. But I have no faith and no trust in them. I really don't.
Carol Anderson sat through the 3.5-hour oversight hearing for the Guam Police Department, hoping to get the chance to speak in front of Chief Stephen Ignacio and get some closure regarding the death of her son, Xavier Tatautau. It was on November 3rd, 2020, where officers shot off 45 bullets at Tatautau and his wife, Vicky Ann Regis.
I've never gotten a call from anyone. No apologies. I've never gotten any answers why my son was shot and killed the way he was.
The case, which has since been closed, found the actions of the 4 officers involved was justified. Anderson says her son left behind 4 children, and she's raising his daughter, who is now 9 years old.
How do I tell her? Her father was shot and killed by police that's supposed to be protecting us. I just need to know that I can give my daughter, my girl, some answers. She's never going to have her dad around for her graduation, for her wedding.
Anderson says she's very sick and decided to come and provide testimony, hoping to get answers and finally speak with the chief, but she was directed to leave her name and number with another officer. In fact, when it came time for the public to provide testimony, the GPD chief and staff were nowhere in sight.
My son had a criminal record, yes. He was in and out of juvenile and DOC. But he's a human being. He was not an animal to get shot like that so many times.
Public Safety Committee Chair Senator Chris Barnett making a commitment to Anderson that he will follow up with the chief.
I'm aware of many instances where people are just not satisfied with the level of communication, and this is something that I brought up with the chief, repeatedly. And obviously, as he stated today, there are many areas of improvement that we need to work on.
After all was said and done, the question remains: does GPD lack the public's trust? Jonah Gonçalves, KUAM News.
The woman convicted in the killing of former Humatic Mayor Daniel Sanchez will be resentenced for her crime in the Superior Court. Murder convict Joyner Sked appeared before Judge Vernon Perez today. Sked is currently serving life in prison for Sanchez's death. She could be eligible for parole sooner. As KUAM reported, the High Court overturned the special allegations of possession or use of a deadly weapon attached to the murder and aggravated assault charges and vacated the aggravated assault conviction.
Justice's ruling there was insufficient evidence for a conviction on the special allegations, noting as no evidence that directly linked to Sked to the scissors, specifically instead of the hammer found at the crime scene. In April 2021, Sanchez was stabbed and bludgeoned to death. Co-defendant Rudy Cannata won his appeal to have his murder conviction overturned. Meantime, Sked will be represented on April 30th. A level 1 sex offender denied the new rape allegations filed against him in the Superior Court. 44-year-old Carlos McGee pleaded not guilty to 2 counts each of first and second-degree criminal sexual conduct. Court documents state the 15-year-old victim allegedly told police McGee raped and molested her repeatedly. The child allegedly told officers McGee was high on the drug ice and threatened to kill her whenever she tried to escape. McGee was convicted separately for molesting a 10-year-old back in 2019.
A local and federal drug operation in Chalampago overnight led to 2 people being caught with meth. 56-year-old Dindo Balintag and 38-year-old Ambrose Rokop are each charged with possession of a Schedule II controlled substance. Officers investigating reports of illegal drug activity then spotted the defendant's car with a defective license plate before pulling them over. During a search, authorities found a glass pipe and meth. Dindo allegedly admitted he had been using the drug for about 10 years. Rokop allegedly admitted they bought the drugs at the area that authorities had been investigating. Prosecutors note the pair were arrested last year on illegal drug possession charges.
A man accused in a machete attack reported last April is captured. 25-year-old Richie Stephen is charged with aggravated assault and criminal trespass. The alleged attack was reported in Jigo on April 20th, 2023. Stephen allegedly used the machete in the attack, cutting the victim's wrist before he fled the scene. Court documents state the attack was caught on camera. It wasn't until Wednesday that officers were able to track down Stephen while responding to a criminal trespass complaint in Assen. Prosecutors note he has an active burglary case from 2017.
Shifting gears now, NMI lawyer Kimberlyn King-Hines announcing her run for delegate on Saipan today.
She now faces a Republican Party primary battle ahead of November. Regional correspondent Tomas Manglotnia reports.
It is with pride that I introduce my daughter, Kimberly King-Hines.
Serafina King Neighbors, one of the first 2 women elected to the first NMI legislature, introduced her daughter, Kimberlyn King-Hines, as a candidate for delegate at a gathering on Saipan Thursday morning.
I realize that this is not easy. I already hear it. She's from Tinian. She's never served in the legislature. I get that. Frankly, nothing in my life has been easy. I've had to cross picket lines and endure harassment to work as a checker at Safeway so I can put food on the table for my family. I've worked as a nanny and cleaned houses to save money so I can go back to college. I've served rowdy customers and endured sexual harassment as a waitress at a sports bar so I can pay for rent and pay for books while going to college. And for what seems like a lifetime, I've been fighting against the Department of Defense to stop them from bombing Tinian and Pagan. And I've been fighting against one-size-fits-all federal policies that may work in California but does not work here for the people of this Commonwealth.
King-Hines, a former Commonwealth Ports Authority Board chair and a lawyer, faces a primary battle in the Republican Party with at least one challenger, John Gonzalez, who submitted his letter of intent. However, King-Hines received wide party support from past and current lawmakers who showed up to the announcement.
It is our time today, right now, for a new generation to level up, to step through that door that's been open for us, to bring our strengths and our hearts to fight for who we are and for our place in the world.
Tomas Manglotnia, KUAM News, Saipan.
Tomas will have a one-on-one sit-down interview with King-Hines in the coming days. You can watch today's announcement on our CNMI Decision 2024 YouTube playlist.
In Decision 2024 news on Guam, incumbent Delegate James Moylan officially announcing today that he is seeking re-election. Moylan picking up a packet at the Guam Election Commission Thursday morning. Moylan listed all he's done in office so far, stating, quote, "It's been an honor to serve our community in the capacity of their representative in Congress, and immediately from the start, we made sure to prioritize Guam in every capacity possible."
So far, he is the only candidate running under the Republican ticket. Senator Amanda Shelton, former Congressman Mike Nicholas, and Ginger Cruz are running for the office under the Democratic race. After nearly 8 years of service, Canine Officer Rex, a male German short-haired pointer, will be retiring from the line of duty at the AB Wonpat International Airport Authority. His retirement is official March 15th. Rex's partner and handler is Airport Police Officer Robert Udme. Airport Executive Manager John Kanata says that they have been fortunate to have such a loyal and hardworking canine officer in Rex since 2016.
An interesting note, the team brought distinction to the airport in 2017 and 2018 when they were chosen to provide explosive detection and augment the security detail at the Super Bowl. On island, the duo also augmented the security detail for various congressional delegation visits to Guam and were a critical security component when Guam hosted VestPAC in 2016. Time for a quick break, but keep it here.
You're watching KUAM, your leader in local news.
Threads Guam Thursdays, presented to you by Threads Guam. Visit threadsguam.com to shop online.
Troy Polamalu Safety, a.k.a. the Quiet Storm. Troy's seen more out of the corners of his cold steel eyes than most mortal men have seen straight on. The last thing an offense would witness? A fury of flowing mane, incoming at high speed.
Hey!
Cat-like quickness and supernatural instincts like Troy's only come once in a lifetime. And oh, how grateful we are that they came in ours. No one made the beloved burg of Pittsburgh feel quite as safe as this safety. The Hyundai Tucson with advanced safety and tech, because even safeties could use a little more safety themselves.
In the heart of time, friendships have blossomed and connections have grown. From the letters we wrote to the calls we made, we've laid the lines to weave our stories together. From the distant past to a brighter future, we are forging paths, bringing tomorrow's islands today.
Welcome back to Primetime. A health alert for you tonight. As the popularity and availability of legal marijuana grows, a new study is raising concerns about the potential risks to your heart.
Ann Thompson has the details.
This new study makes it clear smoking cannabis is like smoking tobacco, dangerous to your heart.
Cannabis is not an innocent bystander when it comes to cardiovascular disease.
The research published in today's Journal of the American Heart Association found people who use cannabis every day, primarily through smoking, had a 25% increased risk of heart attack and a 42% increased risk of stroke compared to non-users. This is one of the largest studies to look at cannabis and cardiovascular events, reviewing data from nearly 435,000 Americans. Dr. Robert Page of the University of Colorado School of Medicine says it has an eerie ring.
I feel like we're going to repeat history with cigarette smoking. These data suggest that this is a red flag. It's looking like it could be just as bad as smoking cigarettes.
Cannabis is becoming more and more mainstream. 24 states now allow recreational use. There are specialty stores, cannabis sommeliers. In some cities, the aroma is inescapable. More Americans admit to using cannabis, 4% on a daily basis, 18% annually. Information Pope says patients need to share.
Doctors are not police. They are here for your help.
To keep up with our changing times. Ann Thompson, NBC News.
Well, tonight we reintroduce an organization celebrating the vibrant members that make up our community.
Meet the new team behind the local nonprofit Equality Guam.
creating a safe space for the LGBTQ plus community in Guam and the region.
We just want to affirm that you have a home here at home, that you have love waiting for you, and that we're ready to embrace every part of you.
KUAM sitting down with members of the organization Equality Guam, President Jay Sanchez and Event Director Rokin Johnsiango ahead of the group's debut event since its recent resurgence. The organization re-emerging out of the pandemic and Typhoon Mawar with new leadership and an unwavering commitment to uplift and support Micronesia's queer community.
We need more places to celebrate our queerness, to celebrate the people that celebrate us, and to collaborate and also educate everyone within our community, as well as those that are willing to learn.
It's a support system allowing people to feel seen and heard for who they are, especially for those who don't have anyone to lean on.
I feel like many people that are part of the LGBTQ spectrum have this sense of guilt and shame that I think really were indoctrinated at such an early age to hide parts of ourselves.
We want to be able to encompass a safe space so that people that or kids that are growing and the youth that are coming out, they know that they have older siblings to look to and for guidance and to seek help and to just be that space for them, be that comfort for them should they not have it when they are coming out.
That support also extending to help individuals access essential services and educational programs, with plans to partner with other local organizations. The group also planning to advocate and serve as a champion in the political sphere, with their sights set on the Pacific Human Rights Conference in Fiji in April. And with a vibrant future on its horizon, Equality Guam is firstly kicking off this new chapter with a chance to get to know one another. The Equality Guam's meet and greet event is set for this Friday at 6 p.m. at the Sinahanya Mayor's Office Central Community Arts Hall. You can also join in via Zoom. Learn more by visiting KUAM.com.
Well, just in time for Mesh tomorrow, there will be a month-long celebration of film and culture at the Guam Museum. The event will kick off this Saturday with the premiere of Trade Winds, a short documentary that briefly follows legendary Chamorro jazz pianist Patrick Palomo and his thoughts on what Indigenous art can be and how it can be passed down. This was filmed during the height of the COVID pandemic times. Patrick Palomo and Guampedia Managing Director Rita Nauta talked about the film ahead of the weekend premiere.
They interviewed people. They took a lot of footage of me with my dogs, my workout schedule, and came to PD, and all that, where I'm from. So and now this film is out, and I'm really more happy for them than anything else, because it was so beautiful, and it's a testament to their work and their artistry as filmmakers.
So we put together as a group, a collective, with the Guam Museum Foundation, the Department of Chamorro Affairs, with PBS Guam, with GIF, and then Guampedia, to put this Mariana's storytelling focused on land and lineage, and to premiere Trade Winds, as well as to be able to listen to a digital story of our island.
Trade Winds was directed and produced by film collective Mighty Island and funded through a grant by Pacific Islanders in Communications. Showtime is 1 p.m. on March 2nd at the Guam Museum Theater. Well, we didn't have to go very far for this next story. In fact, it was just right up the street from us.
That's right. As the Dededo Pool, having been closed for 4 years, will be reopened this weekend at the Dededo Sports Complex here on Harmon Loop Road. The pool was closed in February 2020 due to public health concerns and water quality. And since then, Gov Guam has spent over $500,000 on renovations.
Patrons from all over the northern villages that have been excitedly waiting to use the facilities for recreation once again will be happy to know the ribbon cutting for the reopening of the pool happens this Saturday at 10 in the morning, and we hope they bring back the super popular water Zumba too.
Rainbows mend hearts, inspire minds. That's the theme of Rainbows for All Children's 36th annual 3.5-mile run walk for youth.
The nonprofit Peer Support Group's executive director tells us why this year's race is all the more important. Mitsuki Hirayama has more.
The youth of Guam have already experienced 2 historic disasters in a short time frame of 3 years, the COVID-19 pandemic and Typhoon Mawar. Rainbows for All Children Executive Director Marie Halloran says during her time spent helping children get through these life-altering crises, she's seen these hardships greatly impacting children's mental health.
Because the kids have been banged up so much. 3 years ago, it was COVID, right? There was no school. Then the typhoon came. And then beginning of the school year, a lot of the schools were closed. So it was just like the kids are feeling abandoned. They're not a priority. Why is my school closed?
It's why this year it's all the more important for the nonprofit Peer Support Group to host their 36th annual 3.5-mile run and walk for youth.
So I told the school counselor we're still going to do rainbows because we need to boost up the spirit of the kids. So this is one reason why we need to raise funds. I think that we as a nation, we as an island, we need to really support our children because our children are our precious gift. And if we don't really support them, they're not going to be raised properly.
The Rainbows for All Children race is set to take place this Saturday, 5:15 a.m. at the Guam Premier Outlet. You can pre-register now for $15 at St. Anthony Catholic School or Goody Sporting Goods. Bibs are $20 on race day. There will be prizes and surprises to include t-shirts for the first 500 finishers. Matsuki Horiyama, KUAM News.
Now for a look at your world at home.
Here's a view captured from the Hagatnya River.
Honey, do you want some milk?
Do you ever wonder how your favorite products make their way into your local stores? Most arrive on state-of-the-art Matson vessels that transport containers of food, household items, equipment, and supplies into the islands every week. Because we know that you depend on us, we work closely with our partners to ensure that our shipments arrive on time, all the time, so you can find your favorite products when you need them. We transport the region's most precious cargo that supports successful businesses and promotes a better quality of life for our families. Matson is proud to have been the hometown shipping carrier for Guam, the CNMI, and Micronesia for the past 25 years, and you can count on us to be here for generations to come.
Oh yeah, hot honey pizza and wings from
Pizza Wahat. Pizza Wahat. Pizza Wahat.
Hot honey pizza and wings. It's the first new flavor to make you say pizza what?
Going for Gold is presented to you by Prime Hydration and C2O Coconut Water, distributed by PDC Wholesale. Of all the Olympic events in which Guam has competed, starting with the 1988 Summer Games, wrestling has been one of our proudest sports. It's also been, since the ancient games in Greece, historically the most intense.
It's really such an honor just to be part of this legacy and this program, to be able to help grow the next generations after.
Names of local legends like Maria Dunn and Neil Kranz are familiar even to non-sports fans throughout our villages. And today's wrestlers are sharpening their skills to add to that tradition, where excellence is our standard.
That'll mean a lot to me. I've been dreaming about, me and my sister and I, we've been dreaming about the Olympics since we were 4 and 5 when we first started. And just being able to qualify back in 2021 meant a lot. To be able to do it again, that just shows Guam is here to compete. I really want, my dream is to put Guam on the map.
Sister Mia says getting ready for our shot at the games takes a succinct strategy. Stay intense.
Instilling that sense of pride and that sense of hard work and ethics in them really makes it worth the while.
Kayla also has a distinct privilege that's elite even for Olympians, being Guam's flag bearer. It's an honor that few have had, awarded by character and remembered forever.
Such a big thing to me. I'm getting emotional because it's been my dream for so long, and even though I didn't get the results I wanted, just the fact, because I was actually the only one from Oceania there at the Olympics for wrestling. And just being able to have that accomplishment for Guam, to carry, our flag, it meant like a lot.
And now, forged by years of sweat, pain, and big dreams in a program geared towards the Olympics, Kayla's letting her game do her talking. Not online, but on the mat.
I don't really want to say anything. I just want to show through my actions. I want to show that we're here to compete, and you shouldn't count us out.
Going for Gold is presented to you by Prime Hydration and C2O Coconut Water, distributed by PDC Wholesale.
Don't need a work break, keep the smile on your face. The moments you can't replace, and I'll be around. Whoa, you can count on me. You can count on me for life.
Wherever life takes you, we're always here for you. Calvo's Insurance. Count on us for life.
Try new McDonald's sauce now.
Now?
Huh? The race to McDonald's is on!
I will win!
Welcome!
I guess we both win.
Try new savory chili McDonald's sauce, only at McDonald's. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba, go!
Properties in the Tropics is presented by RE/MAX Diamond Realty.
Juanis and Hafa Guam, Guahu si Colleen Blas.
Zaguahu si Francis Guerrero. Welcome to another episode of Properties in the Tropics. Today we take you to the Windward Hills area of Zonia to show you a stunning home.
Let's take a look.
Feast your eyes on this magnificent home built in 2008 with a large 1,942 square foot floor plan. It encompasses 3 bedrooms and 2 bathrooms, and the bonus is a fully enclosed 2-car garage with another convenient half-house.
The entry leads you into a sizable living area that opens up into the dining room and kitchen. Modern touches grace this kitchen: a stainless steel sink, a gas stove, and a large refrigerator, plus beautiful cabinetry and granite counters. Off the kitchen is a separate laundry room.
To the left of the living room is a great office space. And then there's a luxurious primary suite away from the other bedrooms and offering privacy. A spacious walk-in closet leads into the piece de resistance. A spa retreat complete with a separate shower and a relaxing soaker zone. How awesome is that?
On this side of the home, there's another bathroom and 2 more bedrooms. They're great spaces for the guests and your children to enjoy. Are you looking to rent or buy a home? Well, call us today. We'll give you helpful tips to make the home buying process seamless.
Get set for this week's trivia challenge. Listen carefully and then message your answer by 5 p.m. Guam time, March 1st, 2024. One name will be drawn from all correct answers for a chance to win a gift certificate to Mexico.
Ready? The village of Jotnya is situated between what 2 rivers? Again, the village of Jotnya is situated between what 2 rivers?
We hope you enjoyed today's show. We look forward to seeing your answers.
And we'll see you on our next episode of Properties in the Tropics. Need to rent, buy, or sell? We can help, and we're just a phone call away.
Outstanding agents, outstanding results. Francis Guerrero
And Colleen Blas with RE/MAX Diamond Realty.
Properties in the Tropics is presented by RE/MAX Diamond Realty.
The 36 Rainbows for All Children 3.5K Run Walk is happening on Saturday. Make sure to show up at GPO because it is going to be really, really fun. The theater side starts at 5:15 in the morning. Equality Guam, a day before that event, is having an event of their own, so make sure to stop by. It's a meet and greet at the Senohanya Mayor's office beginning at 6 p.m. Meet the new team behind Equality Guam. And there is going to be the 4th Annual Research Symposium up in the CNMI. That is happening on March 1st. That's Friday also, from 1 to 3 in the afternoon. That's what's happening on News Bites on Thursday. I got the day right this time.
It's birthday wish this time.
Here's your Cold Stone Creamery Birthday Club shout-out submitted on KUAM.com.
Happy leap year birthday. That's right. The 29th of February only comes around every 4 years. You know who else was born today? Tyrese Halliburton. But for Guamanians, extra special. Leap year babies. Here we go. Bella Jubilato, happy birthday to our leaping Bella. You are so amazing and awesome. The world can only handle it once every 4 years. We love you every day. Great shout out. Good job. Ikshora, happy leap year birthday to you with much love from your family, and the birthday cake emoji, the stars emoji, the stars in the sky, and then the heart emoji. Awesome. Anna, a member of our extended family here at KUAM, Tina Calvo, happy 17th birthday to our leap baby. Haha, Miss Tina. We love you and wish you many more years of blessings, memories, laughs, and beautiful days. Love always, your family. Now, you guys, we have a special extra birthday present for our leap year crowd today, because you are going to get a special extra present from our friends at Cold Stone Creamery. So watch out in your DMs, because we'll be contacting you very, very shortly to let you know how you can get your extra prize. Happy leap year birthday. That's awesome.
Happy birthday to all of you celebrating out there. You won't celebrate for another 4 years.
Ooh.
Happy leap day as well. Thanks for watching. That's your Primetime Show. I'm Nick Delgado.
And I'm Destiny Cruz. Have a great evening and stay beautiful.